Am I the astronaut for embarrassing a girl who is hitting on my boyfriend because I didn't tell her I was his girlfriend? My boyfriend, 21 male, and I, 21 female, both go to the same university, but we study two very different things. I do history and he does engineering and biology. He's taking summer classes to get some credits out of the way. He had to do a project with a partner chosen by the professor. He was partnered with a girl neither of us knew and who he hadn't talked to much in the class. They met the first time and he said he felt a little uncomfortable but didn't know why. As I work on campus and had a shift later Wednesday, I said I could come in earlier and just sit in the cafe near them so he would at least have me around. He agreed. I'm red flagging right now because like if you're uncomfortable with someone already to the point where you're going to have your significant, your sig of come like babysit a situation, I'm like, I guess what do you do though? The professor has done this, but red flagging the situation. Turns out the reason why my boyfriend didn't know why he was uncomfortable was that she was flirting with him, but in the way where you can't quite tell the difference between if it's flirting or just being nice. I wasn't a fan, but she also wasn't crossing any major lines. My boyfriend would figure it out soon enough. I was feeling a little bit claws out, but I put my headphones back in and knew if anything crazy happened, he would text me. Later, he went to the bathroom and I decided that I would save her some embarrassment. I went up and told her in a hey girly kind of way that I was pretty sure he had a girlfriend. She just stared at me and asked why I thought it was my business. I go back to my stuff and text my boyfriend that not only is she flirting with him, when I went over to nicely let her know that he was not single, she was rude and did not care. I did tell him that I had not told the girl I was his girlfriend. He says he will handle it. When he comes back, he waits for one more almost flirty comment before he hits her with, you know I have a girlfriend, I'd appreciate it if you stop flirting with me. She doubled down, I fear. I didn't hear what was said exactly, but I got the gist. My boyfriend said later that it was along the lines of, she can't be as good as me if you didn't talk about her before.
Okay.
Princess, that you? This is where I may have been the asshole. My boyfriend, angry now, started to pack his stuff to leave. I wanted to get back at this girl a little bit for what she said to me and what I assume she said to him. She was apologizing and asking him to stay and finish. I came up and gave her a big smile before asking my boyfriend, are you ready to go, lovely? We left, and I didn't think anything of it after we calmed down. Figure it would be a funny story to share with my coworkers and with my parents, and that was that. This morning, I got a text from a friendly acquaintance of mine from a class last fall asking if I had been the girlfriend. She then sent me a longer text saying that it was really mean the way I hadn't told her friend I was the girlfriend, and that her friend had cried for a while because of what I had done. Now I've been overthinking about it, and I'm really wondering if I was the asshole. My boyfriend says that I'm not, but he's not the most unbiased party, so I thought I would ask. Dude, how did this bizzo successfully victimize herself to her friend group? She's not upset about that. She's upset because she got rejected. How is this not crystal clear to you?
If someone tells you to back off and stop flirting with them, back the off and stop flirting with them. That crosses a line like so far.
Oh, her ego
100% her ego got bruised. And
she's like, I'm sorry, no one's ever told me no. Challenge accepted.
Why? I'm pretty sure I'm better. What did she say? I'm pretty sure that I'm better than her.
She can't be as good as me because if she were, you would have talked about her already. You know who this is?
I'm like, this is like the second time they've met, and she's like, you haven't brought her up yet.
Despicable Me Too. The gal that neighbor gal tries to set grew up with, and they go to that restaurant, the Italian restaurant. He's wearing a wig, and she's like, you got a funny accent. I know somebody who can clear that up for you in no time. Physical fitness is very important to Janet.
She was told he had a girlfriend, said she didn't care. He told her he had a girlfriend and to stop flirting, and she basically said she didn't care. You are a walking red flag, babe. And then, you know what? There's a guy that's getting divorced in another story. You guys could argue till the sun comes up because you both seem a little cut from the same cloth. Woman or man, I don't care. If someone tells you no, back the fuck off. Like, no means no. That's it. No is a full sentence.
Yeah. This is just a distraction. To try to not look bad herself. Okay,
her ego.
That's all this is.
Yeah.
And it's not just the ego. This is like, she is now thinking like, oh, what if the story gets out of her being this giant princess that got rejected here? Or just her behavior in general. Like, she's also trying to defend against herself, distract from the fact that she got rejected and that she did this whole Veruca Salt thing, right? There's a lot going on, but it's all distraction, and that distraction has halfway worked because you're questioning yourself.
It's, to me, when she was the aggressor and then turns around and victimizes herself, it takes away from people that are actually in that situation, that are actually victims. And like, there is zero tolerance for that bullshit. And if I was OP, I would tell the friend that messaged you that and then say, we are no longer friends. Like, messaging me, bitching me out for something that you don't even know the full story on. I don't need that in my life. Here's what really happened. And your friend was an aggressor. Like, because that to me is like,
would you
over the line.
Create this boundary with this friend and say we're not friends anymore, like before or after telling that friend what the real story is?
Real story, then tell her, because to come at you with this bullshit, like,
and just assuming
that you were a mean girl, which was not the case. Like, your boyfriend was uncomfortable, he asked for help, and you helped him. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then you somehow became the victim of this scenario because you didn't get what you wanted.
Yes.
Like, that's gross.
100%.